How y'all doing? I'm here today to try to help somebody save a few dollars like I was able to save myself. The situation is I got an '09 Dodge Ram that has a locking lug on each one of the rims, and it's a Mopar locking lug, and it has a key way that you need to get it off, and over time I lost the key. I don't have it anymore. Now it's time to get my wheels off to go put me some new tires, and I can't get the lug off, so I gotta find a way to get it off. So I went to YouTube. I went here on YouTube and I looked up a couple of videos, and I've seen several ways. There's other things other guys did. They tried. Uh, when it came to the Mopar lug, all of them had some trouble because you can drive. Most lugs you could just drive a socket over the lug, and I've done that in the past. You had a lug that got worn out over time, and like on a boat trail or something. You can take a smaller socket, and just drive it over it, and that'll work. Well, that didn't work in this instance because the Mopar lock lug has a spinning ring on the outside. So you drive a socket over it and it still spins. And it's no good. Well, the videos I watched, one of the guys had success with the Mopar one with welding a nut to the lug. I ain't going through all that. I drill a bitch off for that. But anyway, the auto parts, I called the dealership and they don't have one. They can't sell me one because it's individual. I went to auto parts. They don't have one. They don't have a replacement because, like I said, it's an individual key, and they don't. They say there's only one made. Whatnot. I don't know. But the auto parts, they did have several options on easy out kits. Well, I had called them on the phone for it, so I tried everything and I watched these videos. So I was headed to the auto parts to get this $60 easy out kit when another thought came to mind. Let me try something different. So instead of going to get that easy out first, I was going to come home and take a small pointed center punch, and a maul, and take that center punch. This is the lock lug. This is the keyway on it. That's the keyway I would need to find it, and that's the part numbers. And I tried to give all that to the Dodge deal, but it didn't help them. But what I did was I took the center punch and I held it right at the edge, right at the front of that thing while the load was on the truck, and I drove it and I laid it down and just drove the punch through. And look what happened. Pop. 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 Pop right off. I mean, it came right off. Well, you don't have to take it off. This was the ring. This was the ring that was on that first one. You can see I drove a socket over it thinking I could just drive it off. I drove the socket over, but it was still spinning. But after I cut it off, I was able to take a 7/8 socket, a 7/8 12 point, and put it over the wrench. Put it over that. I'll get some cooperation right here. You see it drives on pretty easy. It drives on a lot easier when the lug's on the truck. And I used a breaker bar with my socket, and it came right off. Came right off. Then I had the issue like, okay, I got this lock nut locked into this socket. So what I did then was I took my 3/8 drive extension that fits inside that, and I hit it with a little smaller hammer. Let's see if I can position this a little better. I took it and I hit it with a smaller hammer, and you see it comes right out. Came right out. So with that, it was over. It was a done deal. It went to every friend. Each lug took maybe 3-4 hits with the maul and the punch, and it popped that ring and drove that socket right off. I hope this helped y'all. I hope this saved y'all some money. If not, you ain't lost nothing for trying. Peace out. Y'all be cool. Remember, live to ride, ride to live. Watch out for motorcycles.